What's up, everybody? Coming at you today with another project we got in the shop. This is the wheel drive pump and motor off of an Exmark Lazer Z E series. The unit came in here, it was locked up, it wouldn't release this little, the release tab on your zero turn to push it. Didn't matter, you open that up, nothing happened, you couldn't push it, that tire was locked up. Turns out the shaft inside the hydraulic motor, the wheel drive motor, was broken. So I ordered a new motor for it. I hooked it up. It was not trashed up bad. The motor was trashed, but there was not a lot of metal throughout the system. Put it on. Well, I checked out everything I could without splitting this pump and decided I would put the new motor on and see what would happen. Put the new motor on, got it going, and I'm low on power on that right side. You hit the stick and it would not go, like if you're sitting from a dead stop and you hit the stick to go forward or turn to the left, it wouldn't do jack. You hit both the sticks together, it goes in a straight line, and then you can turn. So just weak power, probably weak flow, could be something to do with this thing, but being that the old motor was trashed up pretty good, I wanted to take it off and take a look at that swash plate, because I messed around with this release valve, going back and forth, trying to get it clear, letting it flow through it, nothing. So unless there's a piece of trash that's like embedded in that valve, I don't think that's the problem. So that gets us down to what we're doing today. I've got it on the bench, obviously out of the mower, on the bench. I've already taken the drive pulley off. I've already taken the fan off on the other side. We're going to be working on this side, so I'm going to keep you here for a minute. We'll flip around and when you look at the other side. I think this is a 2012 model mower. I'll put that in the description. But these pumps come as a unit. As you can see, the motor is in this housing. On the back side, or bottom, however this is, these tubes right here are your fluid transfer tubes to your motor. So you're in the pump assembly right here. This is your body. This is your reserve and everything. Your fan sits right here, blows air all over these cooling fins, cools your volume down. All right, your pumping takes place in there. You got your swash plate actuator right here, whatever that's called. I'm not a hydraulic guy. Then you got your tubes, your pressure transfer tubes to your wheel motor. So right now, I've already got those screws out. I need to take this. There's a snap ring in here. I'm going to take it out. And then I think I'm going to have to take this off. There's a little fan mount over here. So this is just press on. You can see there's no threads or anything in there. All I did was I took my nut for my pulley, put it back on this shaft. You see it on there now. I haven't taken it off yet. And I took some channel locks, grabbed a hold of that piece, just started spinning the shaft. It loosened up and pulled right off. Oh, that's great. I just stuck my... using my wife's stand here. It's a nice, pretty teal blue. I just stuck it in my drip pan like an idiot. I'm gonna have to buy her another one. Alright, some of you may not know what a swash plate is. Hydraulic pump basically creates pump pressure all the time, and then you change direction with the swash pump. Look right here, that's your lever that your stick hooks onto, and you see inside when you move that lever, this plate in here moves. Now it rides up on this cylinder here, and it moves within that parameter. You can see that it's got a slot for the shaft, and as it moves back and forth, it creates a passage for the pressure to go. That's what the top side looks like. It sits in those grooves right there. That's like some type of bearing material, Teflon style bearing material. All right, you got your roller bearing right here, allows everything to move freely. This right here rides on the bearing and then rides on your pistons. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and show you that these are all spring-loaded pins. It goes in there like that. It slides down in there. The bore is supposed to be tight, but they are supposed to actuate, and these all do. We're going to pull all of these out so that we can, and we'll keep the springs with them. Oh, see, that's exactly what you're not supposed to do. This is going to pop off and it's going to fly around, and I'm going to lose something here, so potentially. This pump is pretty jacked up here. See all that scoring in there? That is not supposed to be there. Now that the shaft is free, we can drop that down, and you hear the metal falling out. So here's our pump right here. Went in and got some lunch, and then I got on the computer and I looked to see what kind of parts I could get for this thing, and it's not looking good. See right here, we've got a little bit of metal. Got a little metal right there. Little metal over here. So this surface has to be completely smooth right here on mating on this one. It can't have any kind of lines in it like this does. And you can, I mean, you can see pretty good. This pick is picking up, sticking on. Let's just see what we can do as far as getting that piece cleaned up. See what we can do with it. If we can get it really good and clean, and backside I think we'll be fine. We're making pressure. We were making pressure, just not making what pressure we needed to make it. I've got an old mirror right here. Mirror. Shout out to my boy Logan for putting me on this a couple of years ago. A mirror is a perfectly flat surface, or very close to a perfectly flat surface. I'm going to take my sandpaper. I don't have anything better than 400, but I'm going to start with a 150 grit. Lay it flat. I don't know if y'all can tell. It's getting the outside. The inside is still lacking. I'm not pushing down really hard. I don't want any extra material taken off. I want it to stay as close as possible to what it's supposed to be. Nice.
Is that my glass from my window? We need to get that window fixed. I always forget about it.
You're on camera.
Dang it. Okay, well, can you cut that out?
I marked that with paint so that we can see if this inside area is actually beveled or what. So it's getting pretty good. There's a couple little spots like that line right there that runs all the way around. It's probably a pretty deep gash. Move on to the 200 or 210. This was 150, P150. You see all those. P210, 220. Sorry, P220. It is working. It is getting smoother. Those outside ones are super smooth. We're not getting deep enough. We didn't take enough material off to get the grooves out of the center ring, but I don't know that we are going to. We're not trying to take material off now. We're trying to smooth up what we already got. We'll go ahead and go to the 400 just to finish it out. I I don't think that this is going to work. I think that any small little groove like that is going to cause this hydraulic system to leak by. It's got to have a pretty close fitment. It's constantly moving. It's sliding on top of itself. So there can be areas that don't exactly meet up, but it's got to be pretty close. The area is right in here where there's metal that's been in there and trapped it. You can see that big gouge right there. It's pretty substantial. Probably going to go ahead and replace this unit for this customer and just get a new one. Now I looked online, I can't get parts for it. The breakdowns they're decent, but like that's basically a whole new pump right there. I can get a lot for it, I just can't get the parts to make it perfect. And this is a unit that is in use every day. So we're gonna go ahead and probably get a new one coming, but I'll run that by him, see what he wants to do. In the meantime, I will be looking to see about getting this together, because I do want to see how much abuse this thing can actually take, because we cleaned that up a ton just with that little bit. And I could get some 100 grit or some 75 out and take a little bit more material off, and I would like to know how resilient they can be, because man, dude, some of the customers I get wear their stuff out, like they're running fluid that's nasty that you would think wouldn't be working. Just I've seen all kinds of stuff over the years that has worked and continue to work every single day, and something like this, I'm just curious. Like it worked pretty decent. It would have cut grass. It wouldn't have been the fastest mower out there, and it wouldn't have been the most convenient. I don't know what would have happened when you got on a good hill and needed to turn up. You could turn down though, but shoot, you get on the fence row or something like that and you're stuck. So definitely needs to be right if you're going to use it every day. Yeah, I'll let you know the rest of it. I may show you how to put it together and everything with the new pump, and we'll go from there. Anyway, enough's enough.